If you want to become a full stack Java developer, then you should start with my Core Java Made Easy course, which will give you all the fundamentals of the Java programming language. Once you finish this course, you will be able to create and run standalone Java applications. After that, you should do the JDBC, Servlets and JSP course that will introduce you to what web development is, how to connect and execute SQL statements against a database from within your Java program, and also how to create UIs, user interfaces, so that your end users will be able to access your application running on the server from their web browser. So these two are the fundamental courses. It's very important that you get your basics right. Once you learn these two, the rest of it is super easy. You should start with Spring, which makes our life as a developer super easy by introducing Spring Framework, Spring Boot. So the Spring Framework course covers all the major Spring concepts. It also introduces you to Spring Boot. But if you want to learn Spring Boot in depth, then you should also do the Spring Boot Fundamentals course. As I said, once you finish the first two courses, the Core Java Made Easy, JDBC Servlets and JSP, and have a good background, these courses, whatever you are doing after it, will be super easy for you. They will just make your life as a developer easy. That's all. So do Spring Framework, then Spring Boot Fundamentals, then Spring Data JPA. JPA stands for Java Persistence API. Spring Data makes it easy to use JPA. JPA is a object relational modeling framework, or it's a standard in the Java world. It makes our life easy to connect to the database while we do object-oriented programming. So you should be doing the Spring Data JPA using Hibernate course. Once you finish these 5 courses, you are ready to work on a project. So you should do my end-to-end Java project development using Spring Boot at this point. In parallel, you should also start the specializations. Java Web Services Part 2. Web Services are a requirement for every job posting out there. It is very important to create web services as a part of your project so that other applications, other microservice applications can communicate with your application. So you should be doing Java Web Services Part 2. Java Messaging Service is where messaging is introduced. JMS is a Java standard for that. It will allow two applications to communicate using messages. Spring Data REST is a framework from Spring to create RESTful web services. In a couple of steps, you will be able to expose out your application as a RESTful API. So you can do that specialization if your project requires it. These are not mandatory, but Java Web Services is a must. Spring Cloud Fundamentals, yes, if your project is using Spring Cloud, which gives you load balancing and all that for free for your microservice applications, then you should go for Spring Cloud Fundamentals as well. Once you finish this, you are ready to take up interviews, you are ready to work on projects. At that point, you should be having knowledge of JUnit and Mockito. So you should take JUnit and Mockito crash course that will tell you what unit testing is, how to use Mockito to mock things out to write a real unit test. Followed by Maven crash course. Maven is a part of every project. You will learn the basics of Maven in my other courses, but if you want to specialize that topic, once you start working on a project, I suggest you do take my Maven crash course. Last but not the least, Java design patterns. You will see these questions in every interview, and you should have this knowledge to work on a real-time project. So all those Java design patterns, the reusable patterns, are covered in my Java design patterns course. So this pretty much is a summary of my Java side of courses. So you can do your front-end development using JSPs and other things that are available in Java. But today, to be a full-stack developer, you should also know the JavaScript side of things. So you should wrap your to become a full-stack Java developer, you should learn JavaScript fundamentals and advanced and object-oriented JavaScript. These two are free courses that you can take. I have given them for free on Udemy. TypeScript for beginners is required if you want to learn Angular. If you want to master AngularJS, which is a single-page application development framework in the JavaScript world, then you should have knowledge of TypeScript. It is a very short course. You should be doing that. If you want to learn React and Angular are parallel. So you can develop your front ends using either Angular or React.js. Both are popular. So you can decide on which one to go with depending on the project or depending on what you like by trying it out. So to become a full-stack Java developer, remember, start with core Java, JDBC, then go on to the Spring side of things, then enroll in my end-to-end Java project development course where you will learn how to create a project from scratch. You will also be using Angular and React here, for which, of course, your knowledge of Angular and React will help. Then do the specializations like web services, Spring Data REST if required, even Spring Cloud Fundamentals. These three are compulsory when you go for interviews or working on a real-time project. And then to be a complete full stack developer, you need to have the front-end knowledge as well. Take these two free courses and master one of these, either React or Angular. DevOps tools and AWS is a must for every developer. And my DevOps tools and AWS for Java microservice developers will help you master all the topics from Git to Kubernetes. You will deploy your Spring Boot microservice applications to AWS while using various services like EC2, S3, and many more, Elastic Beanstalk, etc. You will also Dockerize your Spring Boot microservice applications from scratch, use Docker Compose, and also deploy your Dockerized containers onto a Kubernetes cluster. If your applications are using Gradle instead of Maven, which is very easy to use for developers because we write our build scripts using Kotlin or Groovy, you can take up my Gradle for Java developers course. Spring Security is a must for every interview and for every application you implement. My Spring Security Fundamentals course covers all the security topics from basic form-based authentication to writing your own custom authentication logic to OAuth and JWT. It also covers CORS and CSRF. Node.js is a new course for those of you who are on the JavaScript side of things. You can take up my Node.js Made Easy course. It covers the topic in detail. And one update, recently my end-to-end Java project development using Spring Boot course has been renamed to Full Stack Development using Spring Boot, Angular and React. My Angular crash course has been renamed to Full Stack Development using Angular, Spring Boot and Node. This is where you will master Angular in full stack development using Angular, and then you will use Spring Boot and Node for the backend development. And the last one, React.js in easy steps, is renamed to Full Stack Development using React. This is where you will React everything in React.js and use Spring Boot and Node for backend RESTful API development.